Good evening and welcome to the news at 7:30. Making the headlines tonight, Governor Obiano urges Nigerians to promote spirit of love and sacrifices as Christians celebrate Christmas. Religious leaders call for peaceful and harmonious coexistence to build a better society. President Buhari reassures on free and credible elections in 2019. And on the foreign scene, Governor of Mexican City, state of Puebla, and a husband killed in helicopter crash in Mexico. My name is Chidimma Orangwen. Now the detail of the news. Today is Christmas. Christians all over the world are observing today as Christmas. It is the commemoration of the birth of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago, who is equally the very personification of divinity. Christmas, which is the most important festival of Christians, observed with great pomp and pageantry, marks the end of Advent. Special services will be held in the churches to mark the event. Meanwhile, the federal government has declared today as public holiday to mark the Christmas, while another one will be observed tomorrow for Boxing Day. Governor Willie Obiano has urged Christians to touch their neighbors with love this Christmas. In a special Christmas message, Governor Obiano observed that the meaning of Christmas is love, which God demonstrated to mankind with the gift of Christ, his only Son, noting that sacrificial love is the kind of love that comes at a huge cost to the giver and at no expense to the receiver. According to him, Christmas offers Christians a chance to be like Christ the Savior, who is the author and the finisher of their faith, as they are reminded of what Christ means to mankind and the debts they owe one another, adding that Jesus Christ is the ultimate manifestation of sacrificial love and the only standard by which Christians are expected to live. He urged Christians to strive to live a life that enriches the lives of their neighbors, lifting up those that are down and bringing succor to the afflicted. Governor Obiano also urged Nigerian Christians to use the opportunity offered by the Feast of Christmas to reflect on their country and seek God's intervention in Nigeria's political leadership as the 2019 general elections draw closer. The governor wished all Christians and their neighbors a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Religious leaders in the state have extended goodwill messages to residents of the state as they mark the 2018 Christmas celebration. Correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye has details.
In his message, the Metropolitan Archbishop of Onitsha, Most Reverend Dr. Valerian Okeke, urged Christians to imbibe the spirit of charity and ensure practice of justice for a better society. According to Archbishop Okeke, Christians ought to reflect on the mystery and reincarnation of Jesus Christ and reminded Christians that the Lord is always near. He said Christmas is a period of peace, joy, and reconciliation. Hence the need for the citizenry and the affluent to extend good hands of fellowship to the less privileged and vulnerable members of the society. In his message, the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, and Anglican Bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Most Reverend Godwin Opala, called on Nigerians to use the period of Christmas in praying for the smooth conduct of the 2019 general elections. Most Reverend Opala charged Nigerians to see next year's election as a national project. He urged eligible voters of Christian extraction to come out en masse during the election to help in enthroning God-fearing and credible leaders.
There is need for peace in the world. Our synod theme this year, taken from Mark chapter 4, verse 39, calls on the people to be peace ambassadors of Christ and also ambassadors of peace in families and communities.
The Anglican Bishop of Oka Diocese, Right Reverend Alexander Ibezim, in his message, said the birth of Christ has brought light, hope, and love to the world. Bishop Ibezim said, at Christmas, everyone should reflect on the great thing God did for humanity by sending his Son to redeem the world.
Today in Nigeria, we are looking for leaders that will emerge in a very humble manner. And then they will receive the grace and the anointing in order to serve their people.
In his part, the Catholic Bishop of Oka Diocese, Most Reverend Paulinus Ezokafo called on the citizenry to see next year's general election as a collective responsibility. In his message, the chairman Pentecostal Bishops Association, Archbishop Ephraim Ndife, cautioned Christians not to act on what is contrary to the spirit of Christmas.
I pray that the government, that good God will keep sustaining our government, because we are privileged to have one of the best government, great governor and his team, and that's why we're enjoying peace in Anambra State.
Christmas Day, which marks the birth of Jesus Christ, is commemorated all over Christendom with church services and other works of charity. Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Anambra Police Command has arrested some armed robbery suspects in some parts of the state. According to a statement endorsed by the State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Haruna Muhammad, following a distress call that some hoodlums were robbing motorists in a traffic gridlock at Central School Road, Umusio Member, in a Demle South local government area. Police detectives attached to Okida Division responded swiftly and arrested one Sunday Eze of Adaba Village, Uzowan, a local government area of Enugu State, with one battle axe while others fled. The statement said that in similar development, following another distress call of a robbery incident at the same location, police patrol team responded and arrested one Gabriel Ogadi of Umusio Member and recovered one locally made single-barrel pistol with 2 live cartridges, and a patrol has been intensified in the area while the case is under investigation, after which suspects will be charged to court for prosecution. According to the statement, police patrol team attached to Isiowolu Division, while on stop and search, arrested one Uchenna Okoro of Obako in Ogu local government area of Enugu State at Afa Street, Odumole Autobusi, with a stolen Toyota Corolla car with registration number FGG 828 belonging to one Uchenno Bioha, which was stolen since November 2018. And the case is under investigation, after which suspect will be charged to court for prosecution. An ABS on-air personality, Mrs. Ifi Unachuku, has won the Best Soul-Lifting Presenter of the Year award among other broadcast stations in the Southeast Geopolitical Zone. The award was presented to her by the Assembly of Christian Music Singers International during the 2018 Southeast Media Family Feast of Praise at Rock Family Cathedral in Enugu. Emmanuel Chibata filed in the report taken from our studios.
In a sermon during the event, the President, Assembly of Christian Music Singers International, Evangelist Solomon Ude, stressed that the media is of utmost importance in the dissemination of the gospel of truth, in which ABS has clearly distinguished itself through the program Gospel Travel and Testimony Garden, anchored by Mrs. Onachukwu. He noted that Jesus Christ humbled himself and came down to earth to save mankind from eternal destruction. Presenting the award, Evangelist Ude commended the management of the Anambra Broadcasting Service for their professionalism and unbiased ethical standards in its service delivery.
And there's a level of judgment that we place in every presenter that the station nominated for this award. So that is it. So based on that criteria, we find out that the Mrs. Ifi Unachuku met the requirement. Number one was compassionate in heart, how the person delivered the message to people and how people may now the feedback. That is how we judge in this award.
Receiving the award, Mrs. Unachuku, who explained that her program has been a platform for her in the service of God and humanity, expressed gratitude to the staff and management of the ABS for their support.
I can only say thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you. God will continue uplifting you, and you're going to do exploits in the Lord's vineyard through this association of yours. And the ABS will continue as well to touch lives.
In a remark, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, Ms. Ushewara, who was represented by the Director of Programs, Mrs. Kate I.G. Okeke, assured that the establishment will continue to live up to expectations in its service to the public.
I say a big thank you to this organization for county trustworthy and county trustworthy to receive this award. And I want to assure you on behalf of the committee that ABS will go on and on and on. This award is just a platform for us to make forward progress to serve the people even more, because we want to attract more awards to this issue.
Stories from national and international still awaits you. Please do join us again.
Season's greetings in Anambra. On behalf of Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAFE, I wish us all a Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. Chief Dr. Mrs. Ebelechukwu Obiano, founder, CAFE, wife of the Governor of Anambra State.
Welcome back to the news. President Muhammad Buhari, in his Christmas message to Nigerians, said his promise to conduct free, fair and credible polls in 2019 was an oath which could not be broken. The president also condemned the killing of innocent Nigerians in Birni Magaji community of Tafe local government area and Magami community in Faro district of Maradun local government area of Zamfara state by suspected bandits, warning that such horrendous violent acts may stop. Buhari, in a statement, insisted that his promise to ensure the conduct of free, fair and credible general election in 2019 is not a mere lip service, but rather a bond on which the future of Nigerians and the safety of unborn generations is predicated. According to him, it is time to tell the world that something good can still come out of Nigeria, adding that such desire is achievable if Nigerians all team up to make it so. Buhari said he felicitated with Nigerians, notably the Christians, on Christmas celebration in commemoration of the birth of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago. Baby Chiziterem Obi, born to the family of Mr. and Mrs. Tochukwu Obi from Montejo Yikanto area of the state, has emerged ABS Christmas Baby of the Year. Baby Chiziterem Obi was born at the early hours of Christmas Day, weighed 3 kilograms, and was delivered through normal process at the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University Teaching Hospital, Amako, Oka. Amaka Chibuzokoye has details.
Speaking to the newsmen, the midwife on duty, Mrs. Judith Okonkwo, confirmed that the baby and mother is in good condition, stressing the need for exclusive breastfeeding and proper immunization of the child. Mrs. Okonkwo stated that they taught them how to take care of the child and clothe her according to the weather.
The mother will advise her to make sure she exclusively breastfeed the baby. Then the cord, we always teach them how to clean the cord to avoid infection until it falls off. Then making sure that they clothe the baby according to weather.
A friend of the family, Mr. John Egudum, thanked God for the entrance of the baby, noting that she came sharing same birthday with Christ and assured that she will be raised up with fear of God.
The birth of Christ we are celebrating today brought a new baby to us as well. So we are celebrating 2 new babies, Christ and the baby in the world now.
The mother of the child, Mrs. Joy Anekwobi, thanked God for seeing her through from conception through birth, praying God to visit other expectant mothers so as to feel the joy of motherhood. From Amako, Oka, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
And from our international scene, gunfire and at least one explosion rocks Libya's foreign ministry as attackers stormed the building in the capital Tripoli, witnesses and the media said. The assault was carried out by several terrorist attackers, according to media reports, which cited foreign and interior ministry sources. Plumes of smoke were seen rising from the building, witnesses said. Torn apart by past struggles and undermined by chronic insecurity, Libya has become a haven for jihadists since the ouster and killing of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. The Islamic State group took advantage of the chaos to gain a foothold in the coastal city of Sirte in 2015. And now sports. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp says nobody should feel safe in the Premier League title race and insists Chelsea and Arsenal remain in the hunt. Klopp's side will reach the halfway point of the season on 26 December at the top of the table after establishing a 4-point lead. Chelsea and Arsenal, who are 4th and 5th respectively, are 11 points behind the Reds with 20 games to play, said Klopp. In 8 of the past 10 seasons, the leaders on Christmas Day have gone on to win the Premier League. The two exceptions were in 2008, Kim 2009, and 2013, Kim 2014, and on both occasions it was Liverpool who slipped from top spot to finish the season in second. That's it on the news, but before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging on to our website, www.absradiotv.com. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. And now the main points again. Governor Obiano has urged Nigerians to promote spirit of love and sacrifices as Christians celebrate Christmas. Religious leaders have called for peaceful and harmonious coexistence to build a better society. President Buhari has reassured on free and credible elections in 2019. And on the foreign scene, the governor of Mexican state of Puebla and the husband have been killed in helicopter crash in Mexico. That's the size of our package this night. Many thanks for watching. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good night.